I think that should mean that I'm live. I don't see YouTube chat popping up. Oh, nope, there we go. Just make sure that everything's good. That. Hang on. I gotta deafen. Okay. Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to do a quick stream. I'm not planning to finish this map by any means, but essentially, I wanted to stream something. I feel like I keep not streaming things. At least try to do a little bit more consistent streaming. So here we are. Turn on grids really quickly. So when I go to make maps, and this is the map of a big city that my players will eventually be going to. I typically, this is Krita, use this show grid just to get a sense of scale. I realized that, because I also use Roll20, if I do something, like if I try to make a big map, and it's, hang on, let me see if I can turn down the music a little bit. It's a little much. When I attempt to do like a 1000 by 400 instead of a 700 by 700 image, then it takes up a lot of space, and with limited space, I don't want to have to go and delete a bunch of maps just to re-upload them when they're relevant again, if they are relevant again. So essentially, what I am looking to do is to make this, which is meant to be kind of like a palace that is embedded into a mountainside. I'm still kind of in the inspiration phase. So if I do 35 by 35 here, you can see I'm about to see. This is going to be roughly, what is this? And I could also just do the math instead of doing this. It would be 700 divided by 35, so 20. So it would be 200 total. That might be a little small. But I think it seems like this is actually a larger image. I don't remember doing that. Oh, you know what? Quickly hide this because I know that people might come into. How did I get there? Where did that come from? Okay, well, I guess. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I don't think that I ended up. Oh, yeah. You know what? I got my dimensions wrong that I normally use. I use 1,750. Let me go in, delete that. I don't want to save it. So now this should be much better. Hang on, let me bring this back here. Like I said, this is going to be really short. I'm not sure if I'm even going to get to the drawing this part. We'll see. I'm still kind of trying to get some inspiration on how the inside should look. The main thing that I do want to include is kind of like a main. How do I put it? Kind of like a main hall or meeting room slash throne room esque area, as well as a training ground, as well as a library. So those are kind of the three things I know so unique. Um, all of those items being a castle or palace, which is a large structure of some kind. There seems to be a 4 here. Now that I'm looking at it, this might be a huge task that I've not thought about. Clearly enough. Jesus, like multi-level. So I really don't want it to be that many different floors like this. Sorry, looking at this throne room. Something like this would be cool. I'm not I am not skilled enough to pull this off, as you can see from this map. And let me look at one of my previous battle maps for an example of how my maps normally look. Because I don't really have to hide Krita, because I'm just going through File Explorer right now. But they typically might look, yeah. So yeah, we could go to this one. This one's more recent. And this was trying to a little bit experimental. But this is essentially part of town that some shenanigans were going on. So it typically looks like this. Some of this information needed to be edited, but time got the best of me. So I'm probably going to start with just the background. It's slightly lighter, and this is the thing now that I think about it. Since it's going to be within the side of this mountain, and this stone is already set to color picker that, come back, dump that, so we have our initial background. Thinking about how large I really want this to be before I get into rooms. Maybe it could have been a good idea for me to actually craft the music. It's just like bopping. Maybe it would have been a good idea for me to kind of look at or watch some videos on how other people end up structuring like dungeons and stuff like that. Because search that. Apps. Because like this could be somewhat useful. Things like this. Just kind of these large rooms, but also giving them a purpose. This is insane, all these connections. This. This is just a single, this is an entrance. Obviously gotta have some pillars in there because it's a castle. So let's think. See, like this is another example of of almost like a throne room. So I use that tool. That's sick. This is interesting, having some sort of fountain. Probably not for this location though, unless it's like a wellspring that comes up from the ground. It seems like there's always some sort of courtyard area. Could be good. No, sometimes it's also good to just start go and really. Ooh, if you were on like the eye of a monster, that'd be sick. Yeah, sometimes it's good to just try something. If it doesn't stick, then it doesn't stick. I also like to use this snap to grid sometimes. It can be pretty useful because I am not the I got shaky hands, but not really. But I actually do, but not really. Having it be a box could just be bored, but it kind of needs to start out as a box, at least. Entrance being something like this. Oh, I need to change color so that I can actually see. And then the thickness, I usually do that. So you can toggle guides whenever. This will just be outline. Just so we get a sense of how large this might actually be for the characters overall. I love having maps for players so they don't get confused when explaining like how to get around something. Rather, they can just go in their token to wherever they want or need to be. So this, what I'm working on right now, will actually be like the first floor. And it's okay for it to be asymmetrical, that I think about it. Because I could end up adding a little bit more personality to things. Obviously some maps you create or certain items that you create want to be asymmetrical. Or sorry, symmetrical, and other things you don't really care if it's asymmetrical. I think this is one of those. Let me just adjust volume. It just keeps getting slowly louder. And so here we have just the outline. We might end up actually having a layer up. So, this shape is a little bit awkward for what I went with. But let's think about entrance. Entrance obviously being more towards the middle. Let's brush size a little bit larger. I can actually see where the middle is by doing this. I also could have made it symmetrical doing that. Maybe I should have done that. Yeah, let's just do that. And then I will, like I did before. You know what? I'm gonna make something a little funny. This could be an slight inside joke for anyone that is a part of the campaign that could be watching. I doubt that anyone would notice it if I didn't say anything, but let's see. So yeah, I forgot about that tool entirely until just then. So we can see the center right here. I just want to go ahead and erase this. Sorry. And up here, we actually need to connect these two things. That's fine. It's fine if it's a little bit off. I don't. It's connected. All that I really care about. So there's the entrance. I actually might make that wider. Just a bit. Just because it's kind of a grand entrance almost. So now we can really think about the room layout, I guess. Which, like I said, there's probably going to be a couple of larger rooms. I just saw this down on the side. That's more like a church. Not exactly what I'm going for. So let's just do outline. Get back to the line tool. Actually, that. Kind of want this to be a grand hall of sorts with some columns in it. I just erased. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a massive hall, so maybe think that. It's still pretty large. Yeah, that's quite large, but it still gives like a sense of. Oh, I did that on the wrong layer too. There we go. Okay. So first floor, and the floors will get smaller as they go up. Thinking about it. Because I really liked this example. Is this you see like that main entrance area, with stairs immediately going up. Actually, that's quite nice. Holy, and that's quite large as well. 4, 3 entrances on the side. I might actually borrow this main room kind of idea without the logo, of course. Let's see. And this is going to be room layout. Uh, So this would have to angle in just a bit. Stairs going like this. Seems pretty decent. Fine with that. I don't care enough. So this will be stairs. I'll have to indicate that some other way. Before I did little arrows up and down, up being orange, down being blue. Then 'cause I don't really want this main area to be like this council. I kind of want it to be like library. Let's actually work on some of the outside. We can make a room here, or put it down stairs like this. I know we're operating with maybe a little bit less room than this is showing, uh, technically. So yeah, something like that. And this could be like scholars or even like I want to say helping hands. So this will be door up here on this corner. There could be a door or even right. Um, and then this could be like closets or something. Custodial space. Oh yeah, I forgot we're mirroring this. Is this palace store? We'll need a kitchen. That could actually just be over here. I might edit this area. With that being said, I need to stop mirroring. And then this needs to go somewhere. So this could actually just be the this could be kind of like the lunch. There we go. And then a small closet here. Fill this space out. And because these stairs are set like this, so my concept or idea is currently uh, to have the maps pretty much be able to overlaid on top of each other. What I mean by that is if I to save this, I want to see what I save that. Helps for one. I will go and open this over here. I also need to change where all my stuff is saved. I had this as one of the most recent maps. Again, as you can see, the grid. But basically, is a line down the middle, and then on the left and right, they are both the same, and so you know up and being spit out. Uh, and where you are in relation to the people above, because you can see through like this little orange grate right here. You can see people. Um, but that being said, I know I probably need food at some point soon. This will be. I also need to mark these rooms. Because, um, room numbers, and then let me. I'm gonna have more notes on this one palace than I am on the actual city itself, and also on my next session because I wanted to go and stream them. No. One is two. This is one. One. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. And all of these flow into each other. So 1 and into 2, 3, 4. Back out 5, 6. That would be the end of that route. Over here, 7, 8, 9. Again, I might change this area to be more so for probably food, probably a kitchen. And then what will most likely be in the back. Holy crap, I still forgot how much room I gave myself. Oh my, I might actually make this smaller in the back. That's way too much room. Is it? Or should I have done more here? It's like 35 feet. That's still a lot of room. Is that enough room to eat at? Probably not. There could be 2 places to eat at. Maybe there's another one like off of. I make the rules. So I think for now that'll be it. I would love to stream the rest of this. Oh, maybe come in with more ideas before I start stream. So like this, just probably wouldn't be able to pull like the but it's about getting the message across. Everyone can fill in the space. Ooh, this actually has all the floors. Yeah, I might take a look at that. Like that has a throne-ish room over here too, and another like meeting hall. So this High King's Palace might be worth taking. Actually, here's the second floor. So audience chamber. Okay. Palace staff offices, feast hall. Yeah, feast hall. Something like this could Wait, I know. A big chunk of this, I kind of like this big middle back piece. I kind of want to be an actual like battle map. Um, so that will have to be a room. Like when I say battle map, I mean more so like there's a sparring ground. I think that'll be it for now. Really short stream.